Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Salesforce AI Champions. Today we'll be going to talk about visual progress indicator in Salesforce Screen Flow. So this is a part 2 of tutorial of these stage resources that we can use to accomplish the progress indicator in Salesforce Screen Flow. And if you don't watch that video, the part 1 video, I'll be adding the tutorial link in this video description, or you can find in my channel the flow playlist. Into the flow playlist you could find that tutorial as well. So in the last tutorial, let me just go through, talk about at a high level what we have discussed. So in the last tutorial we have created one stage resources. So I have created one screen flow first of all, and in the screen flow we have configured this show progress indicator on screen flow, and we have configured the progress indicator type as path. And we have talked about there are like three different types are available: simple top of the screen, simple footer of the screen, and then path top of the screen, right? So these are the three types we can available for our low code no code visual progress indicator. So Salesforce offers a native. I probably it might came out from summer 25 release. I'm not sure, but you can just check. So from for summer 20 release, we have get this visual progress indicator out of the box configurations in Salesforce ScreenFlow. So this is a built-in progress indicator for ScreenFlow. This feature allows you to display a visual progress bar on or path entirely out of the box, right? So if I just debug the screen flow, we can see this visual progress indicator, right? Stage 1, stage 2. So and we can understand at which path we have already there. Like for example, we have currently in the stage 1, that is why it is showing as blue. But if I just click on next, we can see that it is highlighted at blue, and we can see that this is marked as right, so that we can understand we have already covered this path, right? So that's all for this visual indicator. But today we gonna talk about in more detail regarding the stage resources that we have created in the last video. So and before get started, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel, and also please consider to take membership into my channel. That will motivate me to create more tutorials for you, right? And this out of the box progress indicator bar, removing the need for lightning web component of or app exchange packages, right? So earlier days we used to write aura components, lwc components, or we need to install those app exchange packages for the visual indicator component, right? But it is now available out of the box, right? So in the last tutorial also I created few stage resources and we have added into the screen. But if let me just open a screen, and we can see that under this screen, if I just click on this header, we can find under the stage section, this in the stage field, we can see that the variable stage 1 is being assigned for this stage, right? So now if I just open the variable stage 1, let me just open the stage 1 variable, and we can see that this checkbox, this active by default, is marked as checked. So that is and we also mentioned, like whenever this marked as checked, we could find this value from the flow interview, in the flow interview current stages variable, right? The current stages collection variable. And let me just show you other few stage variables that I have created for today, for demonstration for today. Let me just open the stage 2 variable, and we can see that this is also marked as active by default and order of 10. And in the last video we have also talked about the best practices to provide the order number. So there should be simple few gaps between those order numbers, so that if new stages being we are going to add, then there will be no issues for adding those new stages. We can just simply add, like after 5 we can just simply add 6. So that is why we provide those padding, so that we can add further stages in future scope. That is the best practice to provide the order numbers, right? We can see that the stage 2 is being also marked as active by default. And if I just open the stage 3, but stage 2, we can see that it is not active by default, and it is same for stage 4 and stage 5 as well, stage 5 resource variable. And how we can create the stage resources, we can simply go to this new resource and we can just choose the resource type as stage, and we just need to provide the label. API name will be auto populated, then we just need to provide the order number and active by default, right? So please do check it out, the part 1 tutorial, if you have already missed that tutorial. And let me just go through the screen for what is being doing. It is just a simple screen flow that demonstrate like how we can use the visual indicator, and we are going to use the assignment variable, like how to assign those, how to utilize the current stages variable, collection variable, out of the box collection variable, in which those active stages are being recorded, right? So in the first stage, as I mentioned, like in the first stage, the stage 1 is added with the stage 1 variable, and we can capture few customer details, for example first name and last name. So in the second screen, we have the ability to add product details, and there is a checkbox, do you want to upload files? If user choose the upload file option, then they will navigate to the screen 3 and screen flow, in which they can upload files, and they can, in the screen flow also they can upload additional files, right? So, and you can see in the stage 3 or stage 4, the respective stage resources are being assigned, like for example stage 4, and for stage 3, for screen 3 also, the stage 3 resource is being assigned. And if user don't want to utilize or don't want to upload the file, they will simply go to this screen, this thank you screen at the screen 5, right? So let me just show you. And what I mentioned is that the active checkbox is not there for for stage 3, stage 4 and stage 5 resources, right? And let's see how it will act like if we don't active the checkbox by default, right? So currently only for stage 1 and stage 2, this is marked as active by default. Now let me just debug it and show you how it will work. And we can see that only stage 1 and stage 2 is being shown, since uh, these two stages resources are only added as active by default, right? So whenever stages are not added as active by default, checkbox is not marked as true, then those stages resources will not be shown in the visual progress indicator bar, right? That is the basic stuff we just need to know. And if I just click on next, we can see the checkbox is there, do you want to upload files? And if I just don't want to select, I am not going to check this checkbox, and let me just click on next, and we can see that it is directly going to the stage 5 thank you page, right? Thank you screen, right? Now if I just go to the previous, and let me just click on the checkbox to true, and if I just click on next, and we can see that the stage 3 is being shown, but the upload file screen is being shown, but we don't know whether we have more stages or not, right? We are not seeing the remaining stages. If I just click on next, we can see that the stage 4 is there, but if I just click on finish, we can see that the flow got finished. Now let me just show you like what happened if I just add the active by default checkbox to true for all the resources, all the remaining resources. I am just adding the active by default for all the stage 3, stage 4 and stage 5 resources. And let me just save the screen flow, and let me just debug, right? So let's see what happened. Now since I have added the active by default checkbox, that is why we can see that stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, all the stages are being shown in the progress indicator bar, right? So now if I just click on next, and if I just choose like to choose like check the checkbox to true, right? Do you want to upload files? Now if I just click on next, we can see that we are directly going to the stage 3, and but still we are seeing the stage 5, which we should not be, right? But if I just click on again, we can see the uploads file screen is there. Now if I just click on next again, and additional file upload screen also showing, now we can see that's the finish button, but this stage is being shown as shown currently, which is not correct, right? In this case, since the finish button is showing for the flow, the stage 5 should not be shown, right? If I just click on finish, we can see that the flow got completed, but there was also showing that like the stage 5 was not navigated, right? So that's the basic issue if we just activate all the checkbox in case of this decision element, right? So if I just click on next and if I just uncheck this checkbox, I am not going to upload files. If I just click on next, and we can see that we are directly going to the thank you screen at the stage 5, and it's look like what it looks like user was also navigated like up they uploaded files, right? So which is not correct. So it's look like they have navigated stage 3 across through stage 4 as well, which is not correct, right? So this is how the assignment element addition configurations is comes into. That is why we just need to think about where to add the active by default checkbox where or not, right? Let me uncheck this checkbox for the three resources. Now let me just click on save. Now what happens, what is the means what is the purpose we are going to see, like whenever the user marked whenever user selecting the checkbox like this, do you want to upload files, then we want to show only the path 3, only the path 3 and 4, not the path 5, right? If the user don't want to upload the file, they mark the checkbox as unchecked, then only we want to show the screen 5 only, right? No files path, right? That's the that is the requirement we are going to achieve. Now in the decision element, we can see that if no files are there means the do you want to upload the files checkbox is marked as false, then we will be going to navigate in the screen 5 unless in the file upload step. So whenever the checkbox do you want to upload files equals to true, then we are going to navigate the screen 3 and screen 4. So now the assignment element we can just add in these screens before the screen 3 and 4, right? So let me just add the assignment element, and I'll just going to assign like assign current stages. Let me just put this label, and in here in the variable, so we already know like the running flow interview global variable. So if I just click on it, we could see these are the variables will be shown like right, current active stages, current record, then current stage, right? So we just what we need to add, so in the active stages we just need to mention, since we don't already means we did not enable the active by default checkbox for these resources, right? Or stage 3, stage 4 or stage 5 resources. That's why we intentionally need to mention assign the active checkbox for those resources in the backend using the assignment element, right? So that is how we just need to use running flow interview. So running flow interview, just clicking on flow.activeStages, we just need to add the stage 3 and stage 4, right? So say stage 3 being added, and let me just add again. We can just copy this variable, and in here we just need to add the stage 4, right? Stage 4, and let's see, let me just save the flow and let's see how it will act like. So let me just now debug the flow, and we can see that stage 1 and stage 2 is being shown. That is okay. Now let me just click on next, and I'll just going to choose the checkbox to true, do you want to upload files, right? Now if I earlier what was happening, only the stage 3 was showing, not the stage 4, right? Now if I, since I have just updated the assignments for the stage 3 and stage 4, now we should see the stage 3 and stage 4 in the visual indicator bar, right? If I just click on next, we can see stage 3 and stage 4 both are showing, right? So earlier it was not showing, the stage 4 was not showing. We just clicking on next from the stage 3 screen, then only the stage 4 was showing. Now it is showing perfectly fine, right? So stage 3 and stage 4. Now if I just click on next, the stage 4 also showing, and if I just click on finish, then the flow will be completed. Now if I just debug again, and let me just uncheck the checkbox, I am not going to check the checkbox. Now let me just click on next, and we'll be seeing that the stage 5 is being shown, right? So this is how it will work. And this is how the assignment element will work, right? This is how we can just add the stage 3 and stage 4 into the assignment element active stages. So why we are adding? So in the stage, whenever we are in stage screen 2, then we want to show the stage 3 and stage 4 whenever the user marked the checkbox as true. Do you want to upload files checkbox, right? That is why we want to display the stage 3 and stage 4 in the progress indicator bar whenever the user is selecting the checkbox to true. If they are not going to select the checkbox as true, then they will be navigate to the normal path, the screen 5 element, screen 5 screen, right? So that's how we can use effectively the stage resources in Salesforce Screen Flow. So these are the some fundamental logic we just need to know regarding the stage resources in Salesforce Screen Flow. So today we have talked about like how to configure the stage resources, how to configure the visual progress indicator bar in Salesforce Screen Flow, how we can use the assignment element to add stage resources into the active stages whenever the stage resources are not activated in their configurations, right? The active by default is being false for those stage resources. This is how we can just add those those stages resources into the active stages, right, using the assignment elements. So that's all for today's demo. Hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel, and also please consider to take membership into my channel. That will motivate me to create more videos for you. So that's all for today's demo. I'll be uploading more tutorials on Salesforce Omni Studio, Data Cloud, Agent Force, Flows topic, then Salesforce out of the box configurations. So please stay tuned, and please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.